the Trigger Man, Welcome Mindoro.
Representing Merida, Yucatan, Mexico, here is Espadas.
Taking a standing down, back into the breach, left Mindoro, senses that he's got his spine, the rest of the right to cut clean, and he walks onto it.
Lagi niyong sundan, huwag magpapahuli. Pag-usapan ni bakbakan.
Muling umiinit ang usapan sa boxing ng Pilipinas dahil may isang knockout artist na unti-unting gumagawa ng sariling pangalan sa international scene.
10 knockouts and 13 wins. Oh, shot down the inside. Right hand.
Isang mandirigma na taglay ang bangis, lakas at finishing power na kayang gumimbal kahit sa mas matatandang veterano. Marami ang naniniwala maaari siyang maging susunod na malaking pangalan mula sa Pilipinas. Kasunod ng yapak ng nag-iisang 8th Division World Champion, si Manny Pacquiao. Siya si Weljon Triggerman Mindoro, ang pride ng Zamboanga, tahimik sa pang-araw-araw, pero sa oras na tumunog ang bell, nagiging halimaw sa loob ng ring. Hinubog ng matinding ensayo, sakripisyo at gutom sa tagumpay, kaya bawat laban parang may mensaheng gustong ipaabot. Hindi siya napunta rito para lang lumaban, nandito siya para maghari. Hanggang ngayon, perpekto pa rin ang kanyang record. 17 panalo, 17 knockout, walang talo. Tinawag siyang Triggerman dahil bihira siyang umabot sa scorecards. At ayon sa ilang boxing observers, possible niyang maabot ang 30 wins, 30 knockouts, undefeated. Sa kasalukuyan, nasa Amerika si Mindoro. Tahimik na naghahanda, mas pinapalakas ang pangangatawan, mas pinapatalas ang kanyang timing, at mas pinapabigat pa ang kanyang mga suntok para sa isang pangarap, ang maging world champion. At ngayong Hunyo 5, 2026, panibagong gyera ang kanyang haharapin. Sa kabilang sulok, ang Mexican veteran na si Espadas, isang veterano na hindi basta sumusuko. May 26 na panalo at 18 knockout. Dating WEB o Latino champion, dating WEBC Fecker Box champion. Sanay sa matitinding laban, matibay, agresibo at delikado kapag nakahanap ng ritmo. Pero para mas masukat kung gaano kabagsik si Weljon Mindoro, balikan natin ang isa sa pinakamabangis niyang performance. Kontra ito sa Australian champion na si Joel Camilleri, isang IBA champion na may 30 panalo at 15 knockout. At bago pa makaharap ang Pinoy, 8 na agad ang kanyang sunod-sunod na panalo. Pagkatunog ng bell, ramdam agad ni Camilleri na ibang klase ang lakas ng Pinoy. Unti-unti siyang napaurong habang sinusubukang umiwas sa mabibigat na kombinasyon.
Gold is the undefeated professional Weljon Mindoro, 14 fights, 1 draw, 13 wins. Undefeated professional Weljon Mindoro, 14 fights, 1 draw, 13 wins, all of them coming inside the distance. No stranger to fighting outside of the Philippines because his last 2 contests have been in the United States. We did introduce the KO of the year candidate in July against Tyler Gutron, getting him out of there in the second round of a contest scheduled for 8. That's for Joel Camilleri. He competes in his 3rd contest of 2020. Said that he admires Andre SOG Ward, 2004 Olympic champion, still the last American male to claim Olympic gold. Claressa Shields, of course, took 2 Olympic titles in London and Rio. He said the ring IQ of Andre Ward is what he admires. He said that facing a puncher of this couching jab, then he doubled it up, not too accurate with the second pair of lead lefts, but he said that he intends to use that shot to frustrate the puncher. He said he's been in with punches. He lands a looping roundhouse right. He says that the pressure that he will bring with his elusiveness, his ring craft and variety will just render Mindoro a frustrated figure, and then he'll start looking for the KO. And in the meantime, Camilleri told me that he will be piling up the points. Said this an opportunity to showcase his skills, because at his best he feels he's a match for anyone. So no shortage of confidence. For the man from the boxing school. His contest with Tim Zhu moved into that role earlier this year. Right cross, left hook to the body, left hook on the inside, landed by Camilleri. Again, Camilleri just content to box behind a low-held guard, protecting his abdomen with that lead right hand, the left hand wandering around his quad and kneecap, walks his man back across the ring. Remember, both men scaling an identical 74.65 kilograms. Good use of the feet as darting laterally both left and right with Camilleri. Well, John Mindoro seeking to pin him against the ropes, bringing square in there. He did get through the power driving right cross and unloads a couple of punches to the body. Left hook after turning the table, landed by Camilleri.
At habang tumatagal, lalo pang umiinit si Mindoro. Mas agresibo, mas kumpiyansa, at kitang-kita ayaw niyang ipaubaya sa judges.
The top of his profession as a reigning world champion. He knows a thing or two about power, but not loading up everything within his shape. His good right hand to the body, followed by a left hook upstairs from Camilleri, but then Mindoro backing his man across the ropes with a forward foray, but keeping his composure under fire and answering with a single was Camilleri. Mindoro just seeking to end that little coming together with a right uppercut, but pulling the trigger first against the trigger man is Camilleri. Now continuing to be, oh, what a beautiful left jab, my goodness, came out on an upward trajectory from out of the line of sight of Mindoro, from around the kneecap, just cracked right into his face to disrupt his forward movement. Beautiful shot with that lead left from Camilleri as the two men test the tension of the strands just above our commentary position. Approaching the halfway stage is the overhand right from Camilleri with a speculative shot. Continuing to move effectively, laterally both clockwise and counterclockwise. Mindoro stage is the overhand right from Camilleri with a speculative shot. Continuing to move effectively, laterally both clockwise and counterclockwise. Mindoro quick-footed with his advances, trying to close the gap, but invariably the man breaking the standoff by letting his hand go first is Camilleri, and it's a disruptive staccato rhythm that he's boxing at, and Mindoro hasn't yet got to grips with that rhythm to demonstrate his own timing. Even though he's in with a noted knockout artist, Camilleri goes by the nickname of Kama KO. 14 wins of his 29 coming via the short route, remember, and there's that disruptive left hand once again, and swinging and missing with his vaunted backhand by the lead left hook, but blocked effectively by the gloves and forearm of Camilleri. Mindoro continuing to shape up nicely. Camilleri, again, dynamic figure up in the boxing ring as he circumnavigates. Again, dynamic figure up in the boxing ring as he Mindoro content to accept the clinch before the intervention of the referee to separate the two. Closing seconds of the second round, and again, just even though Mindoro made his man miss and came out of a crouch with a speculative overhand right, the dynamic darting and elusive movement of Camilleri just give you the impression that he's controlling the tempo, or at least setting the
in an earlier fight, shoulders, forearms, whatever, just make sure you start landing.
Well, Mindoro out aggressively and letting a fusillade of punches go, and a couple of the body shots did get through, followed by a flashing right uppercut. Pinned in his own corner is Camilleri, keen to try and fashion a clinch, but then just, oh, beautiful two-shot salvo to the body. His feet into the canvas and got real leverage onto his shots, but now it's Camilleri walking down the knockout artist, and he's teeing away to the body before cuffing away with a right hook to the head. And again, it's a question we often pose when you've got a man who is used to touching opponents and seeing them fall. Will the curse of the punch-up befall, well, John Mindoro tonight? Still early days, of course, in this battle for the Asian Continental title at 75 kilograms. Harder. And even though they say they're prepared to go the distance, and no doubt physically they are, can sometimes play tricks in the mind of the expert finisher. That is what the trigger man has proven to be during his professional career to this point, having made his debut in 2019. But Camilleri, with a cuffing right hand and then tying his man up to waltz him back to the space of center ring, is boxing a clever physical contest. Left-right combination not too far away from Mindoro, but in 2019, but Camilleri, with a cuffing right hand and then tying his man up to waltz him back to the space of center ring, is boxing a clever physical contest. Left-right combination not too far away from Mindoro, but Camilleri tucking up behind his shoulder to ward off the incoming fire. And again, it's a disruptive lead left that he's continued. Camilleri proffering the half cover guard. There he fires an over. Mindoro Again, when Andy and I were observing him work out at the Rocky Road Gym as a flashing left-right combination catches the advancing Mindoro from Camilleri, he's possessed of that timing that just produces a distinctive sound. Overhand left with a bar. Observing him work out at the Rocky Road Gym as a flashing left-right combination catches the advancing Mindoro from Camilleri. He's possessed of that barroom brawl of a blow from Mindoro. Couldn't quite find the range as he walked his man down, but Camilleri landed with the inside of the glove, and then altogether who is just neutralizing the bombs that are housed in the boxing gloves of the left and right fists of Mindoro. Terrific work by Camilleri to smother the man from the Philippines.
Dito sa round 4, unang natikman ng champion ang totoong bangis ni Mindoro.
The 10-round distance, so 8 rounds for this Asian title won't hold. For him, very dynamic manner of boxing. As for Mindoro, who bulldozed the right cross, clever boxing out of the corner from. Again, it's a very dynamic manner of boxing. As for Mindoro, who bulldozed his man back to the ropes and lands with the right cross.
Mula sa magkasunod na kombinasyon na pinakawala ng Pinoy, inawat ng referee ang laban at binilangan si Camilleri.
Stoppage? No, it's a standing count. So, referee Valerie Pastuhov stepping in with a standing count after hooks and uppercuts began to crash home against Camilleri. Oh, that's a beautiful right hand on the resumption, but now Mindoro has got his man going and he's seeking to demonstrate that he is a precise and merciless finisher once again. It's an awful long time to negotiate. Beautiful left hook, but then a right hand in response. From Camilleri. But Mindoro really is finding the range on his punch. Is Camilleri? He's enjoyed it. 10 seconds so far.
Mula sa magkasunod na atake ni Mindoro, 2 beses bumagsak si Camilleri, ngunit nakatayo pa ito at nagpakita ng tapang.
Some brief respite, the referee wipes the gloves clean and he's walked onto a shot, which was an uppercut, which sends Camilleri. Second count of the round. To take the second count of the round. To finish.
Muling umulan ng mabibigat na combinations, diretso, malulutong at walang tigil hanggang sa tuluyan ng ihinto ang laban. Isang brutal na knockout victory para kay Weljon Triggerman Mindoro. At dahil doon, nasungkit niya ang ABA Championship. Maging si Manny Pacquiao, personal na umakyat sa ring upang suportahan at batiin ang batang knockout artist. Ngayon mga idol, ang tanong, pwede kayang mag-world champion itong si Mindoro? Ikomento ang inyong opinyon at isama na rin kung taga saan kayo para makita natin kung gaano kalawak ang suporta ng mga Pinoy para kay Mindoro kontra Espadas sa Amerika.
Lagi niyong sundan, huwag magpapahuli. Pag-usapan ni bakbakan, balita niya at laban. Mga Pinoy na di nagpapagapi. Salamat sa mga suporta na lagi nandyan.